Most people using AI branding tools are doing it completely the wrong way, and in this video, I'm going to share with you some of the tools that I use in my day-to-day branding projects. These tools are going to enable you to uplift your professionalism. They're going to make your brand stand out from the rest that you've already been doing before. When you use these tools as guided by me, you will move from an amateur level to a pro brand designer. From number one, we have strategy tools, and the best that I use is ChatGPT. A strategy tool is simply a large language model, a language where I'll just put a few sentences there and then it will give me a complete concept of what I am trying to design. For example, I want to design a website for a truck and delivery company. So I'll just go there and then prompt it and then ask ChatGPT to elaborate this particular concept better in industry, market standards that will look premium in that kind of a way. So ChatGPT will give me a prompt. Then this prompt, I'm going to take it to another tool, which is maybe I will use Stitch by Google AI. So when I use Google Stitch, I'll just put that particular prompt there, and then I'll put some image references if I want something to be done, and then Google Stitch will start working on that particular project. It will work in the same way that Figma does. So I've just run away from using Figma. So when I use these particular tools, I'm sure that with ChatGPT's prompt in Google Stitch, I have a design concept that I can then move to another level. So with Google Stitch, you are able to design. It's a UI design ecosystem that helps you to tweak, make changes whenever possible to achieve that particular look that you're trying to target for your particular client. The good thing with Google Stitch is that by now it is free. You can use it and unlimited, because it is still in the beta stage, trial stage. Google just recently introduced it, so you can use it to test out some design concepts and elements that you can be able to work out. I've actually done tests with this on production websites that I cannot disclose right now, right? So when you look at that, you already have a design. Then I'm going to take that design and put it in either Cloud Code, or I use it in Casa, or I use it in Try, or any other design element. And those particular code elements that I've used, they are there to now convert my UI into a production functional code. I can also use anti-gravity. So you see we have Casa. These are the same category that I'm mentioning. Have Casa, we have Try, we have anti-gravity. So those particular apps that I'm going to use, they are going to convert this UI design into a production level. The reason I use these particular tools, I use them separately for certain projects. Sometimes I might be having 3 or 4 projects running separately from different platforms. So for example, I'm running a project for web design, a CRM project on this particular app. I don't want to close it, and even if I close it, I want to just, so you understand, it's just cumbersome, right? So these particular four tools that I'm using are running 4 separate projects simultaneously whenever I want to work on them separately, right? Another tool that I use is called Replit, and Replit is amazing, right? As a designer, as a web designer, as a web developer, as a mobile app developer, as a presentations designer, as a report writer, right? You can use Replit to do all those functionalities and deliver a project very seamless. Just prompt it, put it in your Microsoft Office, make tweaks, add some information that you wanted to add so that you can add your own input in it, right? Because now it's 100% AI content, but now you have to add your human elements in it. Maybe it's talking about this particular designs that sometimes and this is just so simple. Whenever you're designing a website using these code-based tools, they usually have their own set of recommendation of certain languages that they would want you to run this particular website in. Maybe the hosting solution that you want to host this particular project doesn't support those languages, like Node.js cannot run on the normal cPanels without activation of the Node.js or upgrading from that particular to a VPS server, right? You might be building a project that you might never launch it in those cPanels that you're already running, right? So you need to make the changes to fit the output that you're trying to deploy your app in the long run, right? So this can only be done if you fully understand the job that you're doing. That's why I was saying, when you're doing anything using AI tools, you need to add your own elements in it. You need to understand exactly what you're doing, exactly where you're going to deploy that particular project. So we've talked about strategy. We've talked about strategy tools, which is ChatGPT, Perplexity, and Cloud, right? So these are just there to help you generate the prompts. Then you go to a UI design tool if you're doing web design or a mobile app design. So go there, put your prompt there, and then tweak that prompt to fit the needs. Add images for visual representation, color, whatever, do that. It will do the UI for you. You will export that UI as a code, HTML code, whichever code you want to export it in. Put it in a code, an AI code code assistant, IDE, right? So you put it there and then use those agents to help you code this particular solution that you designed, and then you are able to deploy to your cPanel server, whichever place you want to deploy it. So that we've already covered about web design. When you look at branding, I suggest using 2 tools. Actually, there are more, but the ones that I've used mostly is 2. Number 1 is addcreative.ai. So when you use addcreatives.ai, you are able to, it's expensive, but it is worth the cost because you get seamless designs, very high-end design. Some of the images you might be using are low quality. When you put them on Ads Creative, it actually enhances the quality. It makes them like 8 times better than the way you put it there. It's just amazing. The only problem is that sometimes it messes up with the wordings in those particular projects. Maybe you've written, maybe it's a product that has certain product descriptions, right? Maybe it's like a milk box, right? How we call it, or biscuit box, whatever it is. That package has the name of the product and those descriptions. This AI tool sometimes ends up messing up with that. So you need to ensure that you get some high quality images, then you can give it, and then you get high quality product output designed, right? That's number 1, Ads Creative. Number 2 is Replit. Replit is an all-rounder. Mobile application, web application, presentation. I don't keep these things, by the way. They're out there. It's just you to go and make your research and do them. And also, when you follow the videos in this channel, you're going to learn something new every single day. And if you like this kind of videos, remember to subscribe so you can be able to always get informed with this AI, IT, web design things, content creation. So subscribe and stay tuned for more videos in future.